Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be taking part in Peter Lindgren's POV B-roll challenge. So first of all, I just want to say that I hope you're doing well, you're staying safe, and you're staying indoors. This is a behind the scenes look as to how I filmed that B-roll sequence that you just watched. I haven't edited it yet at this point, so I'm not sure how it turned out, but I hope it turned out okay. So my main light that I'm going to be using for this shoot is the Godox SL60. With the Godox softbox. So I pulled down the blinds to prevent some of that natural lighting coming in because I want this light to be my main light source. This is my dining table that I'm using as my main set. As you can see, my Nespresso pots, my Nespresso machine. This is the DeLonghi, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And this is the milk frother for that really creamy milk for your cappuccinos and lattes that you can make at home. On a stand over here, I have the Yongnuo 360 Mark II. It's an RGB light, so you can get different colors out of it. So I just moved some of this stuff here at the back and I turned on the lights there to give me a little bit of like brown bokeh, just a tiny little bit. And I have my other camera right there for the behind the scenes. So before we get started, let's go into the camera that I'm using. I'm using the Sony a7 III, which is a really good hybrid camera for photos and for videos. And because I want to get that super slow motion look, I'm gonna be shooting at 120 frames per second. And because I'm shooting at 120 frames per second, my shutter speed has to be double that to get that smooth motion blur. So that will be at 1/250th. And for that, I'll be needing a lot of light coming in, but I got that covered with the Godox SL60 right here. I'll be shooting most of this B-roll sequence, I hope at f2.8. I'll be shooting most of the sequence at about ISO 500 or 640. I have my white balance set up in daylight because I want the white balance to be matching this light. I'm going to be shooting the entire sequence on a wide angle lens. I have the Tamron 17-28. So if it's your first time here, please make sure you check out this other B-roll sequence that I did with its behind the scenes of Dalgona or the whipped coffee. In terms of picture profiles, I'll be using the HLG2 picture profile, hybrid lock gamma. I won't be using S-Log for this shoot just because the deadline to submit this video for the POV challenge by Peter Lindgren is in a couple of days and I don't have too much time to edit this. I find that with HLG, you get a really good color right straight out of the camera. You only need to tweak it a little bit and grade it lightly. If you want to see the exact settings that I use for my HLG2 profile, you can check it out in the descriptions below. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get started with this B-roll sequence. So right now, what I want to do is go from beginning to end of creating this coffee. And I know I want to get some really cool slow motion shots. I want to get some of the Nespresso coffee pots in the air. So that's all I know I want to do right now. As I shoot this, I'll try to get ideas and try to figure out some transitions that might work with what I'm trying to achieve. So I also want to say that this is my first time shooting any B-roll with one hand. So I'm not sure how Peter Lindgren does it, but in his video, he gave us some tips. So I hope to incorporate some of those into this video and see how I do. So I think for the first shot, what I want to do is I have this turntable thingy for my Nespresso pots. I'm going to turn it around, probably have the camera come in like this. So this is the moment where I get the Nespresso pot. Which one should I pick? I think I'll pick the Corto version. So with that transition that I just did, I went down. So I'm gonna start from up, go down, and grab the pod. I want to shoot this in manual focus, so I need to check my focus point. I don't want the camera to start hunting around for focus with all of these quick movements that we're doing. What I do now is I have this idea of flipping this pod. Not sure if it's gonna work. Okay, now because I know I'm gonna be dropping the pod down, I want to follow that downward motion and then bring my camera down for the next transition. And I'm gonna be closing the lid up here, and the closing motion is also like a top to bottom kind of thing. And since I had gone down in the previous shot, I'm gonna go up to bottom and close it again. This shot's gonna be a little bit easier because I get to use the help of the table to hold on to the camera. All right, so this was challenging. I had pressed the button and I forgotten that I hadn't put my mug in there. So the coffee was just gonna flow down. So I didn't have time to plan the shot of me placing the cup on the tray here. So I had to just do it quickly and just take a shot. But at least I didn't waste any coffee, which is the good part. All right, we're almost there. I'm gonna be pouring the milk into this coffee right now, and I'm so excited because it smells so good. All of this setup just for a cup of coffee. It's worth it. So we've come to the end of that behind the scenes of the B-roll sequence, and Peter Lindgren, I hope I made you proud. So I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoy that B-roll sequence and that you learned something new from this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for watching. And that is all for today, guys. So stay safe, stay indoors, and until next time.